Hi friends, my name is Dr.Bharath. Today's video is very special because it talks about a very different kind of a thing which is very rare in India but now and then seen in the US. It's about the bank run which happened recently in the US. On Friday evening, Silicon Valley Bank in the US collapsed. Silicon Valley Bank customers were mainly technology company employees and tech startups and venture capital companies. Venture capital companies are companies which fund other startups. The US regulators closed down the bank and put it under the control of US Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Deposits of up to 2.05 crores were insured by the regulator. Whatever figures I am telling in this video is in Indian rupees, but actually it should be in dollars, but to make it easy for you to understand, I have converted into rupees. At the time of the bank failure, Silicon Valley Bank had assets worth 17.14 lakh crores and 14.35 lakh crores were the deposits. This is almost the size of a HDFC bank in India. Its market cap was around 1.2 lakh crores in January 2023 and was around 3 lakh crores in mid 2022. This is the second biggest bank failure since the 2008 financial crisis in the US. It is very important to understand about this bank's collapse since it will give us an idea of whether a similar situation can happen to any Indian bank too. On Wednesday, the bank announced that it needed to raise 18,000 crores to improve its financial position. This led to panic among the venture capital funds who were advising the startups which had deposits with the Silicon Valley Bank. The startups were advised to withdraw money in a hurry from the bank. Large number of customers withdrew money. This is called a bank run because huge number of customers are withdrawing money and running away from the bank. As the startup clients withdrew deposits from the bank was forced to sell the bonds it held at a huge loss of around 15,000 crores since it required urgent money to pay the depositors. The stock price crashed on Thursday by 60%. Around 3.4 lakh crores of deposits were withdrawn by customers. By Thursday night, the liquidity issues in the bank became more severe and the regulators were forced to stop further withdrawals and close the bank. California banking regulators will dispose of Silicon Valley Bank's assets to protect depositors. The customers who are mainly startups, employees of technology companies and venture capital companies are not sure if and how much of the deposits they will receive once the assets of the bank are sold. For many companies, around 25% to 50% of the funds were in Silicon Valley Bank, and if these funds are not received, many companies may collapse or may need emergency funding to survive. Due to this news, many large US banking shares such as JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citicorp have fallen. US markets have fallen around 4% in the last 2 days. So the question in everybody's mind is that if a large US bank can collapse, how safe are Indian banks? Some important points to note. Point number 1, generally it has been seen that since RBI is much more conservative than other central banks, it does not allow too much exposure to each sector. Most of the Indian banks have customers from different locations and different fields, and hence at no given time large number of customers will withdraw unmanageably large amounts of money. Point number 3, very small banks and cooperative banks in India are relatively more at risk with respect to such situations of not having sufficient liquidity to pay depositors. However, the overall banking system in India is one of the strongest in the world due to strict policies by RBI. It looks like Asian and R markets are likely to open negatively on Monday morning. We will need to see the impact of this on other banks and companies in the US and the impact of it on US stock markets. If US stock markets are weak next week, Nifty could move below the 17,000 mark also. So we need to wait and see what happens next week. If you like this video, please click the like button and mention in the comment section, do you think this crisis can impact Indian stock markets? If yes, type yes in the comment section, otherwise type no in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye and all the best.